Very excited. We are literally so excited, and I hope we'll be able to share the same joy with you today. We're looking forward to a very interactive session. I can see very many people have joined us online. We're live on YouTube, on all our social media handles at TSAVORITE. But without further ado, I am your host today, Martha Isma, a fire partner at Servo, and my girl here.
My name is Alice Nganga. I'm a relationship manager here at Servo.
Thank you so much once again. And on YouTube, and I can see so many comments coming in.
Yes, I can see on Facebook, I can see Eva, she's saying she can't wait. We also can't wait to give you the good news that we have today here for you.
Yes.
On your end, who can you see?
I can see, hey, so many people are on YouTube.
Yes.
I can see King saying, waiting eagerly. I hope we are here now. Yeah. I can see Collins Robinson checked in. Karibu sana Collins. I can see Eve Bowie excited. We are also excited. I can see Amy Chuma. Say hey, karibu sana Emi. I can see Dennis Llanaro, Savorite mwenyewe kwa ndani.
Yes.
I can see Gladys Formaiva. She said good evening and we wish you a good evening and we hope that you will enjoy this session. I can see Patrick Njoroge saying I'm on board. Karibu sana Patrick. I can see Monica Nyambare, she's also a Savorite. At least when you hear those names,
Yes.
unajua yenyewe ni Savorite exclusive.
For real.
She's saying already here. I can see Ali Hussein.
Yes.
Hi everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ali. Yeah. So keep your comments coming. Keep your comments coming. I'll be able to. Hey, we have so many people.
Yes.
I think hata utanisaidia ndio nisishiwe na mate.
Yes, I can see Steven Mwangi. Hi Steven, no volume, it's just cut off. We've fixed that one. I can see Wanjala Mongosa. Good evening. Hi. I can see Eunice Waweru. I can see Mdalasini. I can see Florence Wamatu. Hi Florence. I can see Richard Okech, who is our investor. Hi Richard. I can see Kellen Mugure. Hi Kellen. I can see Jemima, who is also our investor. I can see Florence, also our investor. Welcome guys to today's online show. And so I'd like Mother to introduce. She's talked about, if you hear these names, you know it's a TSAVORITE exclusive. What exactly does she mean when she says it's a TSAVORITE exclusive?
Just before I proceed, I think I would request our TSAVORITE team to just work on the sound. I can see comments are still coming in that there is no sound. You okay? Just, you know, you can tell us if you can hear us, tafadhali. You can see people still saying there's a sound problem. Please, you can just give us a thumbs up if you can hear us properly so that we don't lock you out.
Yes.
Oh, I can see Fidel Waki, our lawyer, saying, let's go. So I'm assuming you all can hear us. I hope so. And we'll be able to, you know, do anything possible to ensure this goes smoothly. Thank you again so much. Today we are very excited because this is a TSAVORITE exclusive. If you are able to see the link for today, it's really a session that is very special to us because it is just exclusive for our TSAVORITEs. And I think, you know, when we say exclusive, the fact that you are here, the fact that you received an email for an invitation to this session, inamaanisha wewe ni deep state. Yeah, you are a deep state, and so we want you to feel as comfortable as possible. We're very excited to have you, and you guys are the first people to know, you know, what we are bringing, what is TSAVORITE exclusive for.
Yes.
We have something major in store for you. We have amazing content for you today, and we have such a good package awaiting at the end of this session.
And just before we will move forward with this, we'll just like to thank each one of you for making the past back. Just for being with us throughout this journey. It means you have been part of our journey. You have been part of this growing family. You have been part of our financial independence story, that you have allowed us to impact your life. And just before we go any further, Martha, we are here. We're talking about Servo. We want to know, you've said your Martha, you're a fire partner here at Servo, but this journey does not begin here. Take us back. Where does it begin? What has your journey been like?
Yes, I think when I think of Servo, I get a bit emotional because it was a change in my entire life. You know, when you finish campus, well, luckily I was able to join before I finished campus. But you know, in that period when you're doing your final, your final course, so that you're able to graduate. You know, you have such huge dreams, and I knew because previously I used to be in radio. I knew I'm just coming here for 3 months. I look for that BBC Africa. Nianze kazi ya journalism, and that's where my journey started. But I got into this company. I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the financial independence, and I can comfortably sit here and say that I've been able to start my fire journey. But even beyond, you know, the growth that I have achieved in this company, the growth that I have seen in Servo, just because of each and every Servorite who has joined us here today. I think we started at a very young age. Back in 2018, when I was just joining, we were still building our name, trying to show people that we can actually do this. And I remember, every time you'd go to a session, try to do a presentation to someone would think, Sasa watu wandovu. The first thing when someone hears of Servo was, the people, the national park, or, just a lot of carefulness in making decisions towards Servo, just simply because our name had not really been driven in the hearts of human beings. Just people out there believing that this company is a company of integrity and what we do is worth aligning yourselves with. But looking at, how far we've grown, how many people believe in us, how many investors we have. Hey, but it's you guys. So, yes.
That's a good one, Martha, and we're happy for the fact that you've come, and we're really grateful to have you and to have the investors, because they are the reason we embark on this journey. I think for me also, it's not any different. I think when I came to Servo, I was just a young girl looking for just somewhere to work, just to get my bread buttered. And when I came to Servo, I'm hearing about financial independence. I am not really quite getting it, because I am thinking about just the dreams that we have as young girls. I want to get a job. I want to buy a car. And I did not have a good relationship with my money. I didn't know really what money meant to me. But the one thing I have gotten from Servo is that I have built a good relationship with my money. At a very young age, I know what money can do for me. I know if I put 1 + 1 and put it together, it can do so much more for me. So for me in Servo, this has been a journey of self-realization, of just understanding who am I and what do I really want from this life. And just to say, like, as everyone else who's joined us, that I've also begun my fire journey, that I honestly did not perceive or know that a day like this would come. I honestly did not know. And that for me, touching just that as I touch the lives of others, as I speak to investors, as I tell them about this financial independence journey, that Servo itself has also touched my life. For me, that's kudos.
Yes. And I think it would be nice to just hear from you. How did you get to know about Servo? What is your story behind Servo? And how has that impacted your life? I think even for us, as we sit here as young people who started, this journey just straight from campus, just being able to be at a point where you redefine what success is, redefining what richness or wealth is, just being at a point to realize you actually need investments, and learning from our investors who started this journey way before us and have come in and believe that actually a studio can take you so far that, when you're in school, if you buy that mansion, that is wealth. But being able to actually actualize this purpose of enabling our investors achieve financial independence, and having all our investors, everyone who has joined us today, that, this purpose is worth you living.
Yes.
I can see comments are still flowing in. I can see Jimmy Kibunja. He's shown the fire sign. I believe you're on fire. Karibu sana. I can see Jemima Mambala. She was talking about the volume. It's much better. Thank you so much, Jemima. Jemima was one of our very first investors when I joined Servo. I met her at an expo. Those days, by the way, Servo bado ilikuwa ile ya ndovu. But thank you so much for believing in us and still sticking around till date. I can see Patrick Njoroge, happy to have joined today afternoon as the newest SAVORITE.
Yes.
Hey, congratulations. Karibu sana, karibu sana. I can see Steven Mwangi. I'm just happy to finally see Martha live. Yes, thank you so much. And we hope that you guys will make us go beyond borders. You know, our intention is to enable all Kenyans around the world to actually gain this financial independence. I can see Florence Wamtu, positioning of your mics, ladies. Oh, okay. We'll try. I think, Sam, you can check. Okay, thank you so much. I can see Robert, happy to join in at Patrick Njoroge. Thanks for the link. Karibu sana, Robert. I hope you'll be now the newest SAVORITE after Patrick Njoroge. I can see Monica. Is there a link I can share with someone? I would ask our tribe team to just share the link on the comment section. There it is. It has been shared. Please share to as many people as possible for those who are yearning to listen to this word of financial independence. And then I can see Benjamin Kilonzo, who is our Fastlane investor. He came at the very beginning when we were doing laser. Looking forward to continuing the journey. And we are happy to have you. Thank you so much. So I can give it over to Alice. Yes,
and before I go to the gist of today, I can see Betty, who's just tuned in from London. See you in the park soon.
We are coming about that. That will be we'll touch on that.
Yes, touch on that. Yes. And just as Mother has said, to just thank each one of you, because we will not be here if it were not for you. Because if our purpose is to enable you, is to hold your hand. If you do not exist and do not believe in us, we will not be here. To just thank you for just being here with us and for continuing to believe as we take each and every milestone that we've taken in Servo for the past 6 years. Thank you for your continuous support and your continuous belief in us. Just also here at Servo, we have core values.
Yes.
And discipline is one of our core values. And discipline generally means alignment. And we're just thanking the 1,600 of you, 1,600 plus, we're 1,600 somewhere there, between 1,600 and 1,700, just to thank each one of you for being aligned to the purpose. Because here at Servo, our main purpose, why we exist, the sole reason we exist is for you. We say we want to enable you achieve financial independence through what we're giving you, which is affordable, amazing apartments. And before we go any further, I'd want the people who've joined us today to tell us what financial independence means for them. What exactly do you want to attain? What exactly does success in your money look like? What are your money habits now? What exactly do you want to achieve with the new strategies that you've put for your money? Here at Servo, we say that financial independence is being able to achieve and being able to be able to get your needs, wants, and desires through passive income. And further, we take it further after you have already gotten your wants and needs. We take it further to say, are you able to finance your purpose, your God-given purpose, your natural purpose, the thing that just excites fire in your heart,
that you can actually do for free?
Yes, that you can actually do for free. Are you able to get enough passive cash flow to be able to do the things that you love, the things that set your soul on fire? So that's what we define it here at Servo. That is what we want for you. We want you to be able to do all these things comfortably through passive rental income. So what do you think about it? Mother, you can tell us, when you first came to Servo, did you think of financial independence? Like what did you know about money?
What did I know about money?
Yes.
I think when I joined Servo, I came from a very conservative culture where parents don't talk about money.
Yes.
So, but then you just exist. And then once you finished campus, they just cut you off. So, when you're in campus, you're being given, just a good amount of money.
Yes.
Then after that, you just start your journey.
Yes.
And luckily, I came in when I was very young. I joined Servo when I was now turning 20 years. So, I was at a point where my head was, not really corrupted by the system, by the corporate system, luckily, And so I met Emily and Leonard Ncharo, who really guided me through fire. And so I started my journey early simply because I got the opportunity to join Servo at a very young age and just get this exposure of whatever you have is actually enough. I remember when I started, we used to be paid 15,000 kwa M-Pesa. So I remember, my story is usually funny because I remember during my interview, Mcharo told me, this is the best paying company in the world. And I remember one of my friends had just joined before me, and he said, ukiingia hapo kwa interview, just quote 60,000. Then, you know, by then you've not graduated. I was in 3rd year by then.
Yes.
And so I entered and I was broke. So, you know, my salary, then Charles said, no, don't worry, we don't discuss that. And by the time it was coming to the end of the month, I received 15,000 on my interest, and I was like, but gradually, of course, as you increase in value within the company that you are in, even your financial, you know, appreciation kind of increases.
Yes.
Of course, you need to give value. Yeah, and so I was able to just go up through the ladder. But while I was going up through the ladder, Emily was very close to ensure that I am not blinded by the increase in money. Like, if I was coming from 15 to 30,000, let not my needs be extra 15,000 that I am living hand to mouth. And luckily, I was able now to just start my financial independence journey early. I started investing in the apartments, and here I am. But as you are defining financial independence, part of that passive income, you need sufficient assets. Yes. You need enough. So 1 unit is not enough. I was calculating my financial independence number and what I want to achieve passively. See, job, maybe Servo naweza fanya for free. Okay, not now, but it is something that I enjoy, and I can actually, you know, want to impact the lives of people. Yes. And interact with people and just give impact to every person that I meet. Yeah. Comfortably. But for me to gain financial independence, and what I look at it as my financial independence number, yes, as passive income per month, yes, I need to have 95 students. Zile za 1.8, 95, yeah? And so looking at it that way, you need to be able to just calculate back. How much are you comfortable, yes, earning, and so that you go and do the purpose that the Lord gave you, yes, you know, whether it's impacting lives, whether it's even teaching children, yes, whatever it is, how much are you willing to earn per month as passive income? And then now calculate it back. How many assets do you require to gain that? Yes. But I am very appreciative of Emily and Leonard to just, you know, they held my hand throughout my journey. Yes. I was very young. I got in, I loved the system, I loved the people, and here I am 4 years later. So yeah, that was my journey. How was yours?
That's a good one. For me, as I had previously said, it was just about, am I able to butter my bread? Like, am I just able to get money that helps me just live comfortably? And just being a young girl, being, you know, all these things that we are, and sometimes as women, and we have so many needs, and I just wanted to be at a place where I can be able to afford these needs. But being in Servo has really made me question, is this really what I want? And if today I am able to buy something worth this amount of money, is it really an asset for me, or is it a liability that tomorrow I don't have this job, can I really finance it? Yes. I might love it, it might add value, it might make me happy, but am I able to afford it in the near future if I don't have this job? Yes. And then I have learned to accumulate assets other than liabilities. Yes. In my previous doings, I would want to accumulate liabilities because these are the things that make me happy. These are the things that gladden my soul. But will they really feed my generation? Yes. Is this something I can live for my generations? And because the answer has been no, I have worked towards building more assets. That is with the help of this great company that I work for. Yes, yeah, generally that has been it.
Thank you so much, Alice. I can see a comment from Dalasani. He say, financial independence for me means to retire by 50 because of passive income. Yes. And yeah, thank you. I think for us, we say financial independence, retire early. That bit.
Yes, yes. And mothers, you're speaking, you've mentioned your financial independence number. Yes. You've said it is different. It varies for me and for you because it is the amount of money I need every month passively to be able to afford my own needs, my wants, and also to fulfill the purpose that I came to this earth for. Yes. So I'd want in the comment sections for our viewers to tell us what is their financial independence number. Yes. If for mother has said she needs 95 studios to retire early and be able to attain the things that she wants in life. What is your number based on maybe your children, based on the work that you do, based on what you generally want to achieve? Yes. So it is okay, it is good for all of you to tell us what is this number for you and what exactly are we all doing to get where we want to get,
and closer to the number, you know, fill the gap. Yes, so as closer as you can to the financial independence yes. number. I can see a few comments still flowing in. Lilian Akoth, karibu sana, or a bit late, but mimi ndio huyu. We'll be able to share this link after the session, so even if you've come in a bit later, you'll be able to see what we've covered before. I can see Ali Abdi, well done girls, Ali from London. Thank you so much, Ali. I can see very many people tuning in from London. We really hope that once we get there, you will embrace us take us to your families and friends so that they see what we actually do. But thank you so much for joining. I can see Njeri, she's saying, you could retire at 50, but for me, I will keep investing and reinvesting. It's like learning and relearning all the time.
Wow, that's really nice,
really
Jerry.
nice.
Keep at it, keep at it.
Yes.
And as we speak about our purpose here at Servo, to hold your hand, to enable you achieve financial independence, we have different mechanisms. But one of a great mechanism that we have that has been working for most of our investors is the Fastlane discounts. We have various numbers of discounts. We have the 3%. So you come in, you buy your first unit. That one you pay the 1.8, and then you come back. You want to reinvest, because as mother said, one unit is not enough to help you achieve the goals, the needs, and the wants, and the purpose that you are in this world for. So you come back and you get your second unit. So for your second and your third unit, you get a 3% reinvestment discount. But there is a great one. Mother, you want to tell us about it?
That one is a very great one, by
yes.
the way. Because after you've done your first, it's very addictive.
Yes.
The good thing with investing,
yes.
because you have to have a disciplined thought,
yes.
and disciplined action towards, even if it's a short-term goal, to ensure that you finish paying for this house,
yes.
so that you start earning rent. Because of that, then your mindset starts to change. Gets addictive, it gets into your bloodstream, and with every new project, everyone, just to
yes, that's true.
And so that is the beauty with reinvestment, because after you've done your first unit, it's very easy for you to come in for the second one. You have income flowing in, so you have something to support you from your previous property. And then number two, on your second, you get 3%. On your third, you get 3%. Then as we proceed, now the deal gets better. I think everyone who I call a Fastlane discount, I remember, I mentioned when I was introducing Benjamin Kilonzo, he's part of the people, I said he's a Fastlane discount investor,
yes.
meaning he's done now, he's on the better side.
Yes. Yes. Which means that from your 4th to your 10th unit, you get a 10% reinvestment discount.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
It's 4% of 1.8. That's 180,000. That's
yes.
of each and every unit. That is the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, until the 10th.
Yes.
And
then all this is just to ensure that as you come back to reinvest with Servo,
yes.
we make it as comfortable and as accessible,
yes.
as possible for you. Because if you notice with how we generate our investors and
yes.
how we interact with our people, we really don't focus on the really high end or above the line marketing.
Yes.
Because our goal mine is with you,
yes.
our investor.
Yes.
You believe in our product, you invest in it, you start getting your returns. It's very easy for you to come back, reinvest, and refer. And so we want to make that journey very smooth, but at the same time very attractive for you, so that you see, like someone who's saying, what's her name, as Jerry is saying, she will come back over and over. We want that coming back to be as smooth, as fulfilling as possible. So once you're at your 10th unit, yes. we introduced now the Fastlane
yes.
discount, which now you get 15% off moving forward. So for your 11th unit moving forward, you get 15% off. So we just want to make this investment for you as smooth and as lucrative as possible.
Yes.
Yes.
And in our enabling, it doesn't end there. Here in Servo, we have the SAVORITE, and we have a SAVORITE on fire. We appreciate you for being here with us. And for being a SAVORITE, but we also want you to get this message in a way that you're able to tell it to the next person. You're able to come and tell your colleague, Martha, I have found something good. And the best incentive you can give to your friend is telling them where the gold mine is. Yes. I come and tell you, Martha, I go and tell my mother, my father, my friends, everywhere I'm at, I tell them, I have found something good that I'd want you to also partake in it.
Yes.
So for our SAVORITEs on fire, we give you a 2% referral discount. Every time you bring in your friend and your family and they get to invest, you get a 2% discount off of it.
Yes, and actually when we were trying to see, you know, just what kind of value you can fetch through expanding your network.
Yes.
Yeah, and people say your network is your network.
Yes.
Part of this is now the referral process. Yeah?
Yes.
When we were doing a calculation, if you are taking, for example, a unit like a studio.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
say, for example, you're taking a studio at Feather. I hope everyone knows the projects that we've done.
Yes.
So our latest project. So you're taking a studio at Feather. It goes for 1.8 million.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you're coming in as an individual investor.
Yes.
You'd like to take this apartment. Yeah. Then you just dedicate yourself. If this product works for you, definitely.
Yes.
And we ensure that it works for you. Yeah. So you take up the responsibility of being the SAVORITE on fire. Yani wewe ndio unakimbiza hii moto ya Servo.
Yes.
And so after you've invested with us, every quarter you just decide, you know, in your group of family, in your friends, you know, in your pipeline of family and friends, you introduce one person per quarter. So assuming you've taken a 1.8 million studio,
yes.
You've taken the longest payment plan, which is the 5-year payment plan, yeah, and your intention across the 5 years, because we try to make it as flexible as possible,
yes.
and so you can pay throughout.
Yes.
Yeah? So across the 5 years, you decide every quarter I'll be introducing one person per, you know, one person per quarter, yeah, to select one unit. And assuming each person you're bringing, as they're still buying these studios that you've bought at the very beginning, you'll notice that one person you refer, that's
yes.
36,000 that you'll make in one quarter. If you multiply it throughout the 5 years, you'd have done 40% of your purchase price.
Yeah.
So just do 36,000, which is per quarter, times 4 quarters, times 5 years.
Yes.
You'll have done 40% of the 1.8 million. So when you look at things like that, when you zoom out and start seeing how else can I impact people
yes.
in this great journey of financial independence, because it is not beneficial for you only to be on fire and all your friends are not. You will have to support them. And so how when you zoom out and notice how much one referral can actually benefit you even in your financial independence journey, because as I had said, you need to fill that gap as fast as possible, meaning you want to always be able to be at the head and clearing for the units, you know, you're buying every time. Yeah. So when you look at it that way, then you're able to just see what benefit it can give to you, but at the same time the impact that we are giving to Kenyans,
yes.
to change their mindset of consumerism.
Yes.
As it's magic.
Yeah,
it's magic.
So to each one of you who knows where the gold mine is, you know the gold mine is here. You have enjoyed passive rental income. Please do not shy away from telling your friends, from telling your family, because you will get so much more value by doing it. You will have really helped your circle to move from the consumerism mentality and to become investors. And this is what we want for this great nation, that our generations really have something to live off, that we do not live like it was in the past. Yes. That people come, live, do not build a legacy and eat off of it. They just eat off of it, and their children need to start from scratch. Yes. So to just encourage us to kimbia na message, like Mother said, run with the fire message, and let's all be aware. Let's all get the benefit from this gold mine.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Alice. I can see so many people sharing you know, the comments. I can see Sami just landed. Karibu sana Sami. I can see Riro Muita. How do you guard against the kind of trouble that befell investors in Suraya? I can answer that.
Yes, you can.
Let me just read the rest of the comments.
Yes.
So Celestine, she's saying, do you have an upcoming project in the next 3 months? This is why we might be here.
Yes.
You can read the rest.
Yes, yes. I can see Beatrice Mugo. Beatrice Mugo, we will sort that one. I can see Ali Abdi. Do you welcome buying? Do you welcome group buying? And finally, how are different from our rogue companies in Kenya? We know Kenya stench with corruption. How are you going to insulate us against our culture, our cultural corruption? I can see Sakina saying, wow, the right direction. Yes, Sakina, this is the right direction. I can see Godfrey Ngunyi. Hi, SAVORITES, listening from Muranga. Kudos. Thank you for joining. I can see Njeri. I like the Fastlane discount. Thanks for encouraging us to keep investing and reinvesting. Thank you, Njeri, so much. You're welcome. Keep investing. Keep doing it. I can see Joyce, who is following. Thank you, Joyce, for joining. I can see Lisa Okod, who is asking any plans, any projects to go beyond Nairobi and its environs. We will discuss that one. I can see Brenda Sabwa. Hi Brenda. Hi Savorites, appreciate your prompt updates. Thanks Donna for the great experience. Thank you Donna. Donna is a fire partner here at Servo. Thank you for holding Brenda's hand. I can see Donna, thank you for also tuning in. I can see Nyambura Kamau saying great session ladies. Thank you so much Nyambura, who's also an investor with us. I can see Lisa. Are there others trying to copy the same Servo concept, including the payment plans, and how are we keeping ahead of the competition? We will answer your questions. So Martha, we can begin with the question that was asked. What are we doing to not end up as many? We're saying we're giving people financial independence. We're giving a great promise that people's generations will live off. What do we do to ensure that, as they've said, the real estate in, we've been doing webinars about due diligence last week, but one we had a webinar about due diligence, and we're just speaking about how crude the market is, how dangerous, how people just put their feet in fire. Like, people are very scared of the real estate space.
Yes, I think, thank you for that question, and it's truly a concern, especially for diaspora clients. I've seen even Ali, you've raised the same thing.
Yes.
Because you have no physical touch to the investment you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah? It would be unethical of me to point out any company that has not, dodged the bullet.
Yes.
However, I would be more comfortable to speak from where I come from.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
I think if you have been with Servo long enough, you understand the values that we really uphold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, and I've ever been to a meeting where someone is saying, those are the same things people say. But if you have seen what we've done, one of the core things that drives us is integrity.
Yes.
And integrity is both for our internal members, and that's why we have internal Savorites investing, because we need to align to what we preach.
Yes.
But also for our people who invest with us, for our external Savorites who invest with us. Yes, it is very possible. The real estate market has really, people have lost their money. People have lost their hard-earned money in Kenya. However, we have been at a place where, we know the value of what we are trying to offer.
Yes.
We know the purpose behind what we do, because what we do is just not the development.
Yes.
Our promise is the fire.
Yes.
And so because we have committed towards the fire journey, it is just not about the investment. If you have stayed long enough with us, we have given ourselves a bit of, sort of buffers to protect our investors, to never lose their money. One of the promises we give our investors is you will never lose your money. Yeah. And one of the things is, even if it gets to a bad place, we literally refund our investors 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So looking at our historic data, looking at what we've done, we've been in existence for about 6 years. So far, we've been able to launch 10 projects, of course, thanks to all our investors who've really supported us. And in the past 6 years, we've been able to deliver each project on time. Yeah, looking at where we started and where we are now, we've been able to really coin our model to fit, to fill in the loopholes that might happen from a development point of view. Looking at simple things like having internal employees. So everyone in Servo is an employee of the company. So we are the developers. Yeah, the developers are based in the company. We are the managers. We are the sellers. We do everything. That really reduces a lot of risk. You may ask how, but once employees of the company have aligned their objectives to the company's vision, then it's very easy to control whatever habits that happen within the company.
Yeah.
Say, for example, you have an internal developer. You guys are internal developers. You have controls of the budget. You have controls of the cost per square meter. We are able to really dive in and see how much do we need to use for us to be able to build these projects. Yeah, looking at what we've done so far and the flexible payment plans we offer, we really create buffers for the company. So before we start selling a project, before we start building a project, we ensure we've sold at least 40%. There we are comfortable enough that the population out there has proved, this project is worth it. And if by any chance we launch a project and we're not able to sell it, we'll close it. We'll close it and bravely write to you that the project is not working. So by the time we hit ground, we've done at least 40%, meaning the structure can come up.
Yes.
Looking at the payment plan we offer, we always get constant cash around the, around the year, because you have a payment plan across construction period. You have a payment plan of up to 5 years, meaning as we are building, remember we've already done 40%. So as we start building, we still have the monthly installments coming in. But then someone would ask, what would happen to the security for the investor?
Yes.
Yeah. And so we've really tried to create a model that makes you feel as safe as possible. As Alice has mentioned, we pioneer you to do due diligence. Come and see, is this office existing? Huyu ni Martha, ni Chune, huyu ni Martha. And so we want to make it as human as possible. And so we encourage you to do due diligence. We encourage you to come to the office. We encourage you to visit the site. If you're in the diaspora, I personally do WhatsApp videos. Nitakupigia kwa WhatsApp a video. You see what I'm talking about. You see your unit as you're there. Yeah. But over and above that, we also offer site updates, weekly site updates that happen every Saturday from 5 a.m. Meaning wherever you are, you're able to really see the progress of your site. Over and above that, we try to make our payment plans as flexible as possible. I remember when we were starting at the very beginning, I met, he's not joined us today, but I would want to say his name. He's called David Nekion. I am sure he will see this after the session. But I met David from who was at a very bad place because he had just lost his money, a lot of money, and you know, he's meeting this guy called Servo, and he's wondering, again, mnafanya off plan. And I really walked with him through the journey, and he's now comfortably getting his rent. However, we were able to structure a payment plan that was really comfortable, meaning if we are casting first floor, you pay first floor. We cast second floor, you pay second floor. We cast third floor. By the time we are finishing construction, you have really removed from your pocket what is worth the value that you're seeing on the ground. Yeah. Over and above that, I think for people in diaspora, very many people have lost their monies across third parties. We've really made our process reduce as many third parties in the progress as possible. And so, meaning you have a constant physical touch with, you know, existing Savorites who are taking you through this journey. And one of the things, you know, when someone is saying we are coming to Kenyans in the park,
yes,
that is part of the things that we are doing for you guys to just feel that we actually exist.
Yes, yes.
But all the caveats we've done, we've just, you know, enabled that. Be over and above the integrity that we carry as a company.
Yes.
We've put measures that enable us not to be at a point yatama. Not to be at let me just put it that way. Not to be at a point yet.
Yes, yes. And on the same note, as we speak about track record, as we speak about due diligence, as we speak about who we really are in this market, Martha, Servo has been in existence for now 6 years. Yes. We started somewhere. We started with a project that only had 60 units. Yes. It has been a journey that we have all walked to be able to even do projects that have up to 600 units. I'd want you to tell us, how has this journey of 6 years really been?
Okay. Yes, we've been in existence for about 6 years.
Yes.
And even just to follow on what Lisa asked,
yes,
regarding spreading outside Nairobi.
Yes, yes.
In the last 6 years, we have really focused within Nairobi and its environment.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Around Kiambu Road up to Tindigwa, around Roysambu, around Thika Road up to Roysambu. We've been very particular in areas where we have been going, simply because of two things. So before we launch a project, before we go to the market and tell investors we have something for you,
yes,
we do proper data research for that location.
Yes.
First, to be able to understand who are we building it for, not for you as the investor, but for the, you know, for the investment, so for the tenant. Yes. So who is this person? What is their need? What is the kind of population in this area?
Yes.
And what is the amount of rent we are collecting? Meaning, as we are selecting locations, we select locations that are very high populated, yes, highly populated, and have equally high rent. So yes, the areas that are highly populated but the rents are slightly lower, yes, because for us, our promise is to always deliver at 8% for you as the return on investment. So we look at locations that are very highly populated, yes, but at the same time they have high rents. In the near future, we are hoping to spread, and of course we hope that we'll have our investors in that journey as we spread outside Nairobi. Of course it requires a lot of, you know, moving parts, because yes, as I had mentioned, everything is in-house, meaning we need to expand our human resource, yes, we need to expand our data, yes, and just see, you know, what other place beyond Nairobi, yes, can this kind of units work and can give us equally high returns. definitely we are looking to spread outside Nairobi, and we will, as we are updating you on, you know, almost every quarter,
yes,
we will be able to tell you in advance. And we would also like to get data from you. You let us know, where do you think we can go and actually give the same value that we are giving you here, maybe in Roysambu or in Tindigwa or in Ngong Road. Yeah, yes. And so as I speak, you know, that is briefly what our model looks like. So we get data, we get data for that location, we see if it's a tick for us, and then we start the construction. Yeah, yes. Over the past 6 years, we've been able to, you know, by the grace of God, we've been able to launch 10 projects. Yes. So we started in Laser, for those who didn't know us. So our very first project is in Laser. Yes. There's a place called Ongata Rongai, for those who are not very familiar. Inaitwa Diaspora in Nairobi. Yes. So we started in Ongata Rongai. There we did about 60 units. We were very, you know, we were very new in the market, and we were trying to show, can we even do? Can we? So we started in Laser. Laser is fully sold, fully let. After Laser, we went to Embakasi. Embakasi is along Mombasa Road, near JKIA, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. There we did phase 1 of Embakasi. It's called 90 Degrees, equally fully sold and fully let. After 90 Degrees, we came to Tindigwa. Tindigwa is along Kiambu Road, just after Runda. Here this was our biggest after the first two, because the first was 60 units, then we went to 100. So by the time we were coming to the Tindigwa to do 470, this was a huge step for us. So we did Tindigwa, and Tindigwa as well. It's called Coral Belts, which is Tindigwa phase 1. So Coral Belts is fully sold and fully let. Yes. After Tindigwa, we went back to Embakasi. So as I've mentioned, we do data. So we look at a location and see, is it still lucrative? Is there still need for housing? Yes. And so we went to Embakasi and did phase 2. It's called Servo Studios. Servo Studios is also fully sold and fully let. After Servo Studios in Embakasi, we went to Roysambu. So Roysambu, I think for those who are in the UK at that time, is when we were now getting to be known. Yeah. So we did a project called Royal Suburbs by Servo. It's along Thika Road, just after CRM. As well, fully sold, fully let. After Roysambu, we went to Ngong Road. So that was our skyline. You can see the areas we were, then we went to Ju. Yes. Very close to Junction Mall, there's a place called Wanye. We did Servo Skywalk. Servo Skywalk is fully sold. I have seen someone asking, is it 80% or sold? We sell, fully sold. So it's fully sold, and it will be completed end of July. So people will start moving in August. I've seen a few of our investors in Skywalk who've joined us. So get ready to start receiving rent. Yes. So Skywalk will be done in July this year, end of July this year. Occupation will start in August. Then after Skywalk, we came back to Tindigwa. We did phase 2 of Tindigwa. It's called Servo Sunset. I've seen also some of the investors who are here who bought in Servo Sunset. Servo Sunset, we had promised to finish in December 2023. How things look like, we will finish in December 2022. The structure is done, and we are currently working on finishes. And that's why I encourage, come to site and see, do you need to also fast track your payments so that you start getting your return on investment? So Tindigwa will be done in December this year. After that is phase 2, Servo Sunset. After Tindigwa, we went back to Roysambu. So in Roysambu, we've done 2 phases now. Roysambu phase 2, we launched it in October last year, and by January, it was sold out, fully sold out. So Roysambu phase 2 is currently sold out, and it will be done in December next year. Our project's timelines take about 24 months from onset. Yeah. Yes. After Roysambu, we went to Riruta. Riruta is just after Ngongo, where we've done Wanye. It's about 10 minutes drive. It's very close to Precious Blood Riruta. Riruta is about 68%, now 70% sold, and we are looking to complete it in December next year. So Royal Suburbs phase 2 and Riruta will be done in December next year. Then after Riruta, so we move as per the demand of the investors. So after Riruta, because Riruta is almost sold out, we started Feather. So Feather is our phase 3 of Embakasi, very close to the first 2 phases. We started in March this year. We are looking to complete in March 2024. So our project, pipeline is, we start off, we sell about 40%, we start construction, immediately from the date of construction, just calculate 24 months, will be done. And of course, hopefully earlier. Yes. So far, God has helped us. We've been able to launch 10 projects. Of the 10, 5 are already fully occupied, and then we are looking to start occupation of the last 2 this year.
Okay, and in the spirit of what Mother has been saying, she's talked about 5 complete projects. She's talked about how we do in Servo, we do end to end. We're the people who design, we're the people who build, we're the people who sell, and we're the people who also manage. In the same spirit here at Servo, we say at management, when the unit is already complete and a tenant has come in and now you need to get your rent, that is where rubber meets the road, because that is where I am giving you what I guaranteed you, because I told you I shall give you passive rental income. And when we look at all our projects, start with Laser all the way to Royal, that is in Roysambu, our occupancy rate is always 98 to 100% at every given point, to mean that all these investors have tenants in their units and they're able to get their rental income. In our model here at Servo, when it comes to sending rental income to investors, we do it by the 10th of every month, and it is not dependent on whether the resident has been able to pay rent. No, it is dependent on, as long as your unit is occupied, by the 10th of the month, whether the resident has paid their rent or not, you will receive your rental income, which is less the deductions, which is normally service charge and management fee. You will get it in your preferred mode of remittance, be it in your bank, be it into another unit. Also, we need to acknowledge investors who have been using, they are already generating assets to buy other assets. So we have investors who use their rent in projects that are already complete to buy other units. So be it in your M-Pesa, be it in your bank account, or be it in another unit that you have purchased with us at Servo, by the 10th of each and every month, you will receive your rent. And then us as the property manager will be left to look for the tenant, will be left to arrange with the tenant and get their payments on time. And your updates will always come. If you have a resident in your unit, we will let you know. If you do not have a resident in your unit, we will let you know, and we make this journey as passive as it should be, that you do not need to know who your resident is, that you do not need to do all the nitty-gritties. We just ensure you that as long as you have a tenant, by the 10th of the month, you will have received your monthly rental income.
Yes. I think there was one more question. I've seen very many questions, but part of our team are responding to it. Yes. There's one more question which was asked, you know, how are we buffering ourselves from the competition that is coming in on board?
Yes.
I think we are very clear on what we promise our investors.
Yes.
So we offer affordable investments. We promise accessible financing through the payment plan, and we give you a return on investment. So you will never lose your money. For us, is even in the space that we are in, we are very intentional to focus on the promise and ensure that it's delivered. And part of the delivery that we give is, you know, ensuring that your investment is passive, so that this becomes a very, you know, it's just earn while you sleep, literally, as we say it, earn while you sleep. Of course, we have been watching around, but we watch ourselves more than we watch the external competition. Yes. Because it's only in our mistake that we might be, you know, shaken a bit. But as long as we are able to keep our promise, that you never lose your money, that we will never fall out of credibility, that, you know, you will always have rental income coming in by the 10th, that your payment plans will always be as flexible, that you can always get your money back, that will always finish on time, we will be able to be comfortable. So we look more internally to just see what are we not doing at the best standard for our existing investor that could, you know, implicate their financial independence journey. And for us, it's just not the apartment, it's you as an investor or you as a resident to achieve financial independence. So for you to sell into this vision of fire.
Okay. Yeah. I can see Phyllis, she's asking, is there a specific day for our visiting the site? My answer to that is there is no specific day. You have a contact person in Servo who is your fire partner. You can also reach out to your relationship manager here at Servo to arrange for a site visit. You can also do it online on our website and arrange for a site visit. Here at Servo, we say we do whatever it takes. And if we have embarked on holding your hand throughout this journey, we are available to take you through this journey anytime, be it any time of day. Yes. Any time of day we are available, be it in the weekdays or in the weekends. We are here, and we will be able to take you through and to take you to any project that you would want to visit.
Yes. I think as we have grown, we have really tried to enable our systems to work for the investor. So as you come in, you have a contact person, but over and above that, we have relationship managers who just watch over every investor. So whenever you are available, just give a shout out to either to the website, to your contact person, and you will have an opportunity to visit the site any day, anytime, whenever you're available. Yes. I think we'll be able to. I think our team, our tribe team, will be able to answer as many questions as possible before we end the service, the session. We'll see what has not been answered and cover it. But we have an able team behind it. So today we want to go to the moment of the session. As we had mentioned earlier, this is a SAVORITE exclusive event, and we want you to experience the SAVORITE exclusiveness. Karibuni.
With a rising great demand for affordable housing in the country, Roysambu has become a home to many Nairobians because of its proximity and accessibility to the CBD. This demand for affordable, amazing apartments gave birth to Royal Suburbs 1. From a distance lies the white giant overlooking the town of Roysambu and is now a home to more than 400 young urbanites. It is also a dream come true for the investors who have been consistently earning passive rental income as the residents enjoy the serene environment, cascading gardens, and breathtaking views. With the outstanding success of Royal Suburbs 1 came Royal Suburbs 2, which soon will be home to over 400 audacious urbanites. After its launch at the end of 2021, investors flocked to fulfill this demand, and it is now sold out. We now bring you Royal Suburbs 3. Royal Suburbs 3 come to restore Roysambu to its former glory of the Royal Suburb. With as little as 24,000 per month, you can own a piece of this suburb comprising of studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments ranging from 1.8 million to 4.5 million. This is an exclusive chance for you to take a step on your financial independence journey. We believe that every aspiring real estate investor, just like you, deserves the ability to sort out their needs, wants, and desires through passive rental income. That is why we tirelessly work to ensure more and more ambitious Kenyans like you take a step towards financial independence through affordable, amazing apartments. Invest at Servo today.
Thank you. A very warm welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that beautiful video. So that is part of the, as I was saying about the project in Roysambu. So that's where we've done, and that is our new baby in the market. So we are very happy to launch our 11th project. Thank you to the demand of the investors.
Yes. And thank you to also our residents who have proved that it is possible that we will come and build units of 400 apartments, and all of them will be occupied at every single time. So yes, this is launch of Royal 3, our 11th project, and all of you are welcome to partake in this, to share the message, to share the fair message with your family and friends, and to also have a share of it. Over to you, Mother.
Yes. So, very many people, would ask, why Roysambu again?
Yes.
I think, as I had mentioned earlier, of course, we do data.
Yes.
But Roysambu has shown us a very potential market.
Yes.
When looking at even the residents, themselves, we've had very high demands. I think Roysambu was the fastest filling building we've ever had.
Yes.
And so, looking at the population around Roysambu, looking at the need in that area, and looking at even the demand for investors, simply because even Roysambu is an area that has very great potential. And so, yes, as I had mentioned, Royal Suburbs Phase 3 is our newest baby. This is our 11th project, and all thanks to God and to each investor who's worked with us this journey. Maybe just to introduce it a bit. And our price range will remain as is. You know, we're trying to be in the affordable space and within a very flexible payment plan.
Yes.
I can briefly take you through the project and the project and the unit typology. So to start with, we'll have about 3 different types. So we'll have a studio. We really focus, if you are watching and you really don't know the model of Servo, we focus on smaller units,
yes,
1 bedrooms and studios where you can quickly buy and rent for monthly income.
Yes.
And of course, the smaller units have proved to have very good returns. Yeah, so in Roysambu we'll have studios. The sizes, I've seen very many people are asking about sizes. So the studio is going for 1.8 million, that's in Kenya shillings, and the size is about 200 square foot. So we'll have a studio at 1.8 million. Then we'll have a 1 bedroom at 2.8 million. The square foot is about 300 square foot. So if you've seen any of our projects, all our units are standard. We improve in the design, we improve in the finish. The sizing, the concept is more or less the same because we've really defined who our tenant is and who our investor is. Yeah, so for the 1 bedroom, it's 300 square foot. The price is 2.8 million. We'll be able to also share this information on a link below. And then we will also have a few 2 bedrooms going for 4.5 million. And the size of the 2 bedroom is 560 square foot. Yeah, so the areas where we do 2 bedrooms,
yes,
the areas where we just do studios and 1 bedroom simply because of data. So in a place like Roysambu, and very many investors ask about this, so we do 2 bedrooms in Roysambu because at that 4.5 million, you easily make an 8% return on investment because you can fetch 30,000 as rent. But if you go to an area like Riruta, if you're doing a 2 bedroom, the rent will be slightly on the, you know, on the lower side. So
yes,
you fetch maybe about 25,000, maybe in Riruta and in Bakasi, then that would really reduce your income. And for the payment plans, so we have a very flexible payment plan. As I can see with the crowd that has joined us today, we have both old investors and very new investors. So for the old investors who were in our previous regime, in our previous model, so this I'm meaning if you bought in Roysambu phase 1, that is Royal Suburbs phase 1, going back. So Roysambu phase 1, Servo Studios and Coral Belts and all the others that came before, we had something called license to occupy. However, as we are in a business and as we had started by saying, we keep our investors at heart. So we need to make a model that really fits our investors. So while we were finishing Coral Belts at the very beginning, it was during that season when COVID had just struck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were having residents coming in, but they couldn't afford to pay. And that time we didn't know what COVID was. Life happens.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
And so you have an investor who is no longer payment plan. They're being charged the license to occupy. However, they have this tenant who is struggling with life. So akotuna 6 months arrears. So during that season, we noticed the risk is very high for the investor. So immediately after Roysambu, we introduced something called 0% interest. If you look at our website, if you look at the brochure we've shared on the link below, you'll notice that our payment plans are flat rates. Meaning if you're taking a studio at 1.8, whether you're taking 2 years or you're taking 5 years, which is the maximum, you will still pay 1.8 million. Yeah, so we've given you a flexible payment plan that is interest free. However, now you gain possession once you finished paying for the unit. So instead of you gaining the risk of, you know, not having a tenant or having a tenant who is not paying rent and you're still being charged interest, we took that risk. So if you've taken a longer payment plan, you haven't finished, and Servo does not have a tenant in that house, that is our risk. So just to give clarity on the payment plan, so we have a very flexible payment plan of up to 5 years. We encourage you to do lump sums. You can take a longer payment plan, and if life happens, of course, God is gracious, you can pay as quickly as possible. If you're more comfortable to stick to the payment plan, you gain possession once you finished paying for the apartment.
Yes.
Yes. You know, there is a link below that will share all this information. Our fire partners are very ready to send this message to you, and you guys are exclusive. We have not given, this is not on our website, this is not on any platform. So if you are here, Manze, you're the real deal. So you have up to next week on Wednesday to, you know, just get priority of booking. You know, you have a variety of options to pick from. You have a more relaxed time to just make a decision before we launch to the public. So we'll be officially launching this project to the public on Wednesday, a time like this next week. But you have a grace period to, you know, just make a decision.
Yeah.
Start your kimbiza hii kitu, by the way. Mimi,
Yes.
I am not willing to leave anyone behind. So all my investors who are listening, we are going. And so let's make this possible. Let's make this possible for each and everyone here. And if you have people who do not know this great news,
Yes.
you know, very many people are looking for affordable investments.
Yes.
Very many people don't want to go to the bank to get mortgages.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's spread this fire. Let's spread this fire. Please ask those hard questions. Come to the office. Come meet us in London. Spread this fire as far much as possible for us to make financial independence in Kenya a
reality. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mother, for that. And as Mother has said, this is exclusively for you. You have until Wednesday next week to look at the units, to get the unit of your choice, to make decisions, and to tell your friends and to tell your family members, because by Wednesday next week this will be out to the public. Thank you so much, Mother, for that. And just Ali had mentioned something, and he said it's something about UK. I do want you to just, because we have investors here who are from Diaspora. We have investors who want to know us more, who have maybe bought via friends, via just seeing us online, and have not had the personal touch of knowing who we really are. We're giving them an opportunity to do this, and I want you to introduce and talk a bit about it, and talk about the dates, and so that people on the other side can anticipate and wait for you.
Yes, thank you so much, Alice.
Yes.
As Alice has mentioned, we are coming to the Diaspora. We are coming to the UK towards 20th of June this month, and we'll be there for quite some time. So hopefully more than a month. We'll be happy to interact with you. Initially, we are coming for the Kenyans in the park, and then now we'll have time to now, you know, just move around and meet as many people as possible. We'll be happy to meet you at your homes. We'll be happy to meet you, you know, at restaurants. If you have a group of people you'd like us to present to, we'll be there. I'll personally be there. I'll be there with one of our directors, Emily Mcharo, and one of our team members, Rose. And so you'll be able to interact with us. I really hope that we'll be able to meet in person. This will be a very good opportunity to actually see. I've seen Ali saying we sound truthful. I hope you'll be able to, you know, experience us in a physical point. Yeah.
Yes.
And so we'll be there. We'll be able to share the dates on our website, hopefully in the next 1 week, or on the different locations we'll be. But we'll move across, you know, the UK all the way up to Scotland, and we hope to touch as many Kenyans as possible and show other people in, you know, in the diaspora that this is possible. But I want to give a huge thank you to all our diaspora investors for making this possible, for making even other people who have never met us to actually believe in our journey. And so I hope this will be an opportunity for us to meet everyone we've never met. We have sold to so many investors who we have, you know, we have never met in person, and this would be a very exciting moment for us. But at the same time, we are giving you the baton. This is a relay, so we're giving you the challenge to embrace us while we're there. Show us where we need to go. Show us the people who want to invest. Introduce us to your team, introduce us to your families, and even you for yourself. Usiachwe nyuma. Try and reinvest and refer. Yeah, and so yeah, we'll be very excited. We'll share all our dates in the different locations once we've figured it out. But we'll be at Kenyans in the Park. We hope to see you there. So, Kuja, come, let's interact.
Yes, and as we almost come to the close of this, as we talk about, are we able to take, is there any date? There's a person who had asked, are there dates for site updates? I can see someone who's asked, Fanuel, I can see you've asked, is there a bus tour this weekend? Here at Servo, we offer investors a bus tour, which is we take you to different locations. We take you to different locations, and you're able to see our projects. So this weekend there is a bus tour and an open day at Skywalk, and our team will ensure that the information that you need to know is down on the comment section for you to apply, and you're welcome to come and join us this Saturday. Yes.
I think I have seen quite a number of questions, and maybe just to touch on them. So one asked about group purchase. Yes, it's very possible for you to own, you know, either coming in through a group or coming into a partnership. If you have a group, we encourage you to just form a company. It's very easy to just separate, you know, personal to, so if you're able to form a company, it's easier. But yes, you can come in as a group. One has asked about ownership documents. So we have done this before. Ryan, I would request if you can put the sectional title webinar we did, but the regime has changed. So previously, and for those who've been with us before, we used to do something called a sublease. A sublease is a title deed for multi-dwelling, but right now the regime has changed, so we are changing to sectional titles. So you as an investor, when you're coming in at the very beginning, because our projects are, you know, we sell while we build, you get an agreement for sale. Upon completion of payment, you'll get a sectional title. So you have a title that is under your name for each individual unit.
Yes.
And then I have seen Benjamin asking about the spacing in Royal. So if you've had a chance to look at where we are, we are around 5 acres, you know, where we are, and where Royal Phase 1 is half an acre. Luckily, because our lead architect, who is our director, Mr. Leonard Charo, we design our buildings very intentionally to ensure that we maintain our lighting, because for our residents, lighting has always been key. So our lighting, so the ambience and natural light coming into the building, and of course not to block the views, the ambience. So if you look at how we design the buildings, they don't go at Izinashikana even. No. There's enough space in between. However, even the design, because of the cascading, meet at the bottom. So akuna ile na blocking in. But Benjamin, if you're around, it would be nice for you to just come and see. So because Royal 2 is, you know, the structure is already up, you're able to see the spacing between the two. And so Royal 3 will also have a similar gap. Yes. I think
I can't read.
Yeah, you can read.
As we conclude, I can see Alvin Okumu, who is saying kudos to Beatrice and Caleb for working with us through the first investment process. By God's grace, we will keep investing. Welcome, Alvin. Thank you so much, Beatrice and Caleb, for holding your investors' hand and for working with them through this journey, and they are ready to come back and invest. I can see Lea Mwangi, who's saying you guys have been great, very professional. Thank you for setting the standards high. Thank you so much, Lea. You're welcome. You're welcome to invest with us and keep reinvesting with us. I can see Gilbert Saba, who is also one of our investors. My experience, to say the least, I'm more than impressed. Ever since I was inducted, thanks to Christine Sabwa and my partner Donna, the process is simplified and he's waiting for Skywalk. Skywalk will be here in August. And thank you so much, Donna, for holding Gilbert's hand. And thank you so much, Christine Sabwa, who is also our investor, for introducing Gilbert to this gold mine, as we said. Thank you for telling the people who are close to you and inducting them so that they get the benefits of what we are doing. I can see Anthony Moshiri, who's saying now it's working. Thank you, Anthony, for tuning in. I can see Wycliffe Olwach, who is also our investor, who is saying hi. Hi for tuning in, Wycliffe. I hope you've gotten the gist of today. Yeah,
I can see Steve Ben. He's asking who is a fire partner. So if you go to our website, you'll notice our language is fire. So financial independence, retire early. So it's just someone who's taking you through the fire journey. Na karibu sana Servo. I can see our big man is in, Leonard Ncharo. He said to our investors, we will deliver.
For sure we will deliver.
We will deliver. Yes. And he said to my Savorites, I love you all. Best team ever. We love you too.
Yes. And I can see also Liliana Koth, who's saying thank you very much, Servo. Thank you to my fire partner Sheila Chebet. God bless you. Very soon I will be on my 3rd unit at once. God is faithful. Yes. Thank you so much, Lilian. We celebrate you for coming the first time, coming the second time, and now you're back to be with us the 3rd time. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. Mother, would you have any?
I think just before we close, I think Riro is asking, do we partner with circles? We've worked with other circles before.
Yes.
You know, from a point of their members can buy from our product.
Yes,
so we've worked with Sheloi Circle, we've worked with Bankiku Circle, and so if you have a circle or you'd like to introduce us to a circle, yes, we do work with circles, but purposely for, you know, the members of the circle to invest with us or the circle to invest in our products directly. Yeah, I think if we haven't been able to answer, we'll be able to answer all questions and share the link to this video for everyone who's joined us later, or if you have friends and family you'd like to share this session with, we'll be able to share the link to the session.
Yes.
And so before I let Alice give the outro, thank you so much. This journey has been impactful. This journey has been fulfilling. This is my purpose. So
yes, thank you so much to everyone who has joined us today. As we said earlier, we really would not be here if it were not for you. When we speak about holding your hand through this financial independent journey, if you were not here, we would not be here, because exactly whose hand will we be holding? So we are really grateful. It has been a beautiful journey of 6 years. You have walked with us. You have told us to your friends and to your family. You have come back as many times as you could. And even for those who have not come back, this is an encouragement for you to not get satisfied with the one unit, to keep on jogging and getting the next unit and the other one, because we will still be here, we will still get bigger, and we will still get better. And on a lighter note, this weekend we have something called boom cycle here at Servo, which just means that we will be joining hands, that is with our residents, and we're inviting you as our investors, and also SAVORITE, to just do cycling, where we also want to take care of our health. As we take care of our investment, we want to take care of our health. It will be this Saturday. We meet here at Corobells at 7 a.m. You're all welcome to come and join us as we cycle and just get our health in check. Yes.
As you get your financial independence in check, get
your health in check.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Thank you for your time.
Bye guys. Thank you.